Hey you guys, it's Peter, and welcome to my channel, Peterisms, where I tell stories of my life and just little things that I've learned as I've grown into the person that I am today. And I am full of gratitude today. I don't know what, I was gonna make a little comment because at the beginning of the video I went like flipped my head, but I am, there are just some days that I am so full of gratitude. I don't really know what happened. I was just kind of, and that's a good thing, right? But you know, I was walking around today and I was kind of like looking at my house and I was like cleaning things up and I was putting dishes away in the dishwasher and the dogs were running around in the backyard and I just felt such moments of peace and serenity. And my husband and I were texting and, you know, just kind of funny little things. And, you know, I talked to my best friend on the phone today and it's just been such a great day, but it's like not anything momentous happened today, you know? It was just such a good day, and it's not over yet, you know? It's still like, it's only 6:18, and I've got the whole rest of the evening tonight, you know, to do stuff, to listen to my audiobook. My husband and I are gonna watch probably the season finale of Pose, and then he's leaving to go to Chicago tomorrow, and I've got the weekend to hang out with the dogs, and you know, just I'm gonna do some live streams and all kinds of stuff. So it's just, you know, I've been looking at my life today, and I was like, today is just such a great day, but like my life overall, you know, when you add those days up one after another, I have such an amazing life. And sometimes I just need to stop in the moment and look around and be aware of it. You know, gratitude lists are great, affirmations are great, looking at your life, doing an inventory, doing evaluation, and all that stuff is great, right? But sometimes to just sit in the moment and be like I have a really good life. Like I have a life beyond my wildest dreams, you know? And there are gonna be days that doesn't feel that way. There are gonna be days that, you know, crap comes my way and chaos and toxicity I have to deal with. And you know, today I have tools, like I've been talking about on here, on how I choose to deal with those days. But by and large, you know, most days that I have are really, really good. So the only thing I have to complain about is this ring light that keeps on going in and out. I don't know what it is. I have looked at this ring light over and over and over again. I don't know what happens, but it's like, do you see? It goes in and out. So anyway, it may be my camera because I've noticed it in my vlogs as well. And I'm praying that I don't have to get another camera. But if I do, then that's part of the game, right? So anyway, and the dogs are running around chasing each other and being crazy, and I showed them in my Peter Monn channel video, so if you want to see their haircuts, you can go over there and check that. Peep, come over here. You want to be in the video, peeps? He said, no, I want to be over here with my brother Tucker. Come on, honey. Oh! He said, I think I might want to be in a video. You want to be in a video? He's very excited about our bachelor weekend this weekend. Aren't you? Can I have a kiss? They just had dinner. Anyway, so let's get into the meditations today, but I just wanted to share that. I think that we all need to take moments to just sit back and look at our lives and be like, okay, you know, today, especially on the good days, I think we notice so much when we're not having good days, and I say this often on here as well, that, you know, when we're having days that are not going the way that we want them to go, we are sure to let everybody know, oh, I'm having a crap day, today sucks, today this, today that. But when we're really having good days and our days we're content and we're happy, do we really sit back and notice that as well and let people know, like, I'm having a really good day today, you know, or thank you for being in my life, you know, you make my life so much better. I mean, you know, I say at the end of my vlog every day, you know, if nobody else has told you this today, I love you. It's something that my friend used to always say to me, and I haven't seen her for a while, but she would always say that to me when I would like see her in a meeting. She'd say, if nobody else has told you this today, I love you. And, you know, I also say that it's really important to pass it on to somebody else and let somebody else know how much that you love them as well. I think it's important for us to let other people in our lives know how important they are to us and how they fill our lives. So let me take this opportunity to say thank you guys every day for watching the videos on this channel or for any of my channels. You know, you have made my dreams come true. In all honesty, to be able to sit here and make videos on a daily basis, I love every minute of it. I love figuring out what I'm going to talk about next and what I'm going to come up with, and, you know, doing something different on every channel. So thank you for watching it. And when you guys comment back and you say, I needed to hear this today, or thank you for sharing this meditation, you know, I'm just the conduit for that, you know, of reading the meditation and sharing it with you guys. And I don't feel like some wise sage over here. It's not about all that. It's like we're sitting in a room and I'm reading a meditation and then we're kind of talking about it. And I love that, you know, it's so fun to me. And this channel is just so like, I don't know. It's just like, I love that. It gives me that peace and that serenity every day to be able to discuss the meditation. So in saying that, let's get to those meditations, shall we? Okay. The Daily Book of Positive Quotations. We're going to talk about that book first. And let's see, August, what is today's date? The 29th? August 29th. Strength. What does not destroy me makes me stronger. Nietzsche. Tough times can make us stronger and wiser. Knowing this doesn't really make tough times any easier though, at least not while we're going through them. But it's worthwhile to remind ourselves often of this truth. Of course, we get stronger not simply because we go through tough times, but because we call upon our best selves to find our way through them. We draw on our humor, patience, courage, and other qualities, and in doing so, learn the power of our inner resources. I will survive the difficult periods in my life, and after each one, I will be a stronger, more resilient person. And I love that, and that's a little bit of what I'm talking about today, you know, is noticing those strong days, noticing those days that we actually have all those tools in place, and those tools that she's talking about in this book when we draw on humor, patience, courage. Those are tools. Humor is a tool. The ability to laugh at yourself, at your best friend, you know? It's like somebody commented, and I think they meant it to be cruel, but I didn't take it cruel at all. They commented on my Peter Monn channel, and they said, I wish I thought you were as funny as you think you are. And I kind of loved the comment, you know? I was kind of like, I do think I'm a funny person sometimes. Not just like my jokes are funny, but like, you know, like I fall over stuff and I'm clumsy and, you know, I just do stupid stuff. And I think the ability to laugh at ourselves first, and I want to say this, okay, there was much of my life that I made fun of myself first before other people did, because I knew that I was going to be the butt of somebody else's joke. But this is not what I'm talking about. I don't think that's healthy, and I don't think that that's helpful, okay? I don't think it's healthy to make jokes about our insecurities, about things that we don't like about ourselves, because we want to beat somebody else to the punch, if that makes sense. Tucker jumped into the ring light. Okay, he and PP are like chasing each other around. So anyway, I don't think that it's healthy, you know, to put ourselves down or to make a joke about ourselves first because we know that somebody else is going to do that. I did that for a long time. I did that about my voice. I did that about being gay when I was younger and in high school and stuff. I would make the joke first because I knew somebody else would make the joke, you know? And I don't think that's healthy. I don't think that's, you know, part of that. And I will tell you, I started to feel empowered when I was around a lot of people that started, like, they would tell gay jokes, right? And they thought it was real funny. And, you know, and I will say that there are some jokes out there that are funny that I think are lighthearted. There are other jokes out there that are not funny. And I'm nobody's joke to laugh at today. And when I decided that I was no longer going to be part of the joke and I was going to, you know, stand up for myself, and when somebody would tell a joke like that, I would say, I don't think that that's funny, you know? Like, I don't know why you find humor in that. I'm standing right here. Do you not understand how that could be hurtful to me? That was when things started changing for me. Was when I realized that I don't have to be somebody else's joke. I am nobody's joke. You are nobody's joke. I grew up in a household, you know, where my father grew up in a household. Let's go back, right? So my father grew up in a household of sarcasm and humor and always was telling jokes. And you know, when you are somebody that is extremely, like people always say to me, your dad is so funny. Your dad is one of the funniest people I know. Your dad is so funny, right? But like with his family growing up, it was always like his dad telling jokes about everybody else in the family. So when I was growing up, it was always, my dad is the funniest person in the world, but my stepmom and I were the ones that the jokes were about, if that makes sense. And they weren't hurtful jokes, but over time, it's kind of like, okay, so I'm the source for humor, you know what I mean? And I think that, you know, like when I said to my dad, like later in life, I said to him, I don't always like, you know, he goes, I didn't even realize I did that. And I said, well, yeah, you know, I mean, yeah, Dad, your jokes are funny. Your stories are funny and they are true, you know, about me, funny things I've done. But sometimes I don't always want to be the joke, you know what I mean? And he was like, oh, I totally hear you. And we had an amazing conversation about that. And he didn't even realize he was doing it. And I think a lot of people don't even realize they're doing it. So I think it's important for us, though, to stand up and not be the joke. And I think it's about not making, you know, allowing other people to make fun of us. But I think it's also about us not making fun of ourselves because we're afraid that somebody else has done that. Have you ever done that? Like, I've done that a lot in my life. Well, I know somebody else is going to make fun of me, so I better do it first. And I think it's a little bit different than, you know, like, me laughing at myself in videos because I say something silly or whatever. You know, it's different than that. It's about something that we're insecure about, making the joke first. Like, I did it with my weight. I think to some degree I still do it with my weight, you know? And that's something that I'm working on, is I don't want to be the fat joke. I just don't. It's not funny to me, you know? So anyway, okay, that's the joke, or that's the joke. That's the meditation from Linda Picone. Let's go on to the next meditation book, and that is, I had these on the counter, and I spilled water on the counter, and now they're all wet. Isn't that nice? Okay, so let's go to the next one, August 19th. And this is from Journey to the Heart, Daily Meditations on the Path to Freeing Your Soul by Melody Beatty. August 29th. First, heal your heart. I checked into the lodge in Sedona. I've always wanted to go to Sedona. I think I may have gone there when I was in high school with my friends, family, like for an afternoon, but I've always wanted to like go and stay and all that stuff. I checked into the lodge in Sedona, certain I was there to get my job done. I told the woman behind the desk, a delightful soul with brown hair, brown eyes, a warm smile, and an open heart, why I was there to begin writing this book. Maybe you will, she said, but that's not why you're really here. You came here to cleanse the past and heal your broken heart. I looked at her in surprise. I knew what she said was true. Many of us show up at a place in our lives with a particular agenda. We think we are there to get the job done, build a relationship, accomplish a task. Then life takes a twist, one we didn't quite expect or plan on. We discover we're at a certain place for a reason different from what we thought. The real reason we're there is to cleanse the past and heal our broken heart. Healing our heart is a worthwhile mission, more purposeful perhaps than the one we intended. Healing our heart is worthwhile and crucial, something that often needs to be done first, so that we can accomplish what we intended. The biggest block to service and love is a broken heart. To care about life again, to open our hearts, to dare to dream, to risk love again, we must first heal our heart. Decide on your mission. Be clear on your purpose, but remember, first things need to be done first. Maybe you're where you are today for a reason other than you thought. Maybe the first thing to do is cleanse the past and heal your heart. Wow, what a powerful meditation. You know, it's interesting like when things are presented to me in life, and I'm extremely speculative and evaluating of the things that happen to me in my life today. I'm always looking at them and thinking to myself, okay, why is this in my life? Like I don't think, like I talk about meditations and I talk about prayer and affirmations, but I don't think that I really talk about my spiritual journey on a really deep level. And if you guys want to hear about it, I'll talk about it. But one of the reasons why I don't so much is because that's really personal to me. And I don't want to offend somebody else by what their belief systems are. Which is why I try to always say on here, no matter what your belief is, the universe, God, a higher power, Buddha, whatever, it's yours and that's personal to you. But, you know, I'm an extremely spiritual person that really, you know, is always constantly on the spiritual journey and looking at why things are happening in my life. What's the lesson? What am I supposed to be learning from all of these things? And, you know, so when something happens to me, or if I happen to be somewhere, or, you know, like things, like we say this a lot in recovery, that's a God moment, right? That something will happen and I'm like, okay, that's weird. I'm not a big believer in coincidences. So did that happen for A, B, or C? Like, what's the lesson behind it? What am I learning from this, right? And it's really, for me, a cool way to look at the world and to evaluate it from spiritual lenses, you know? To look at the world in a spiritual way means to give, and spiritual to me means of the soul. It doesn't mean of a higher power or whatever. It means of the soul. And I believe, you know, I don't know, maybe some of you out there don't believe in a soul, you know? But I very much do. And so for me, it's about the learning experience that's coming from it. And to look at the world in that way just deepens the meanings of things. And so when I'm looking at something, I'm like, okay, why is this happening? You know, even on my trip to Las Vegas that I just took, it's like several things happened while I was out there. And I was like, why is this moment presenting itself to me right now? When it's just something completely random, you know, a moment in a show that we were seeing, you know, a line that somebody said. I mean, I take it even down to that, right? But it's a really cool way for me to look at the world, because then I'm constantly learning new things about myself and about the world around me. And I don't ever want to get bored in this world. I don't want to ever get bored with life. I want to constantly wake up each day, you know, and think to myself, wow, today is a brand new day. What am I going to do with today? You know, it's like the thing that I read on my phone, you know, today is the beginning of a new day. I can use it for good or I can use it, you know, whatever. But I'm exchanging a day of my life for that. What do I want to exchange this day for? What at the end of my day, do I want to look back on it and go, oh, well, that was a pretty good day, you know, or do I want to exchange my day and look back on it and go, wow, I learned a lot today, you know, like I learned some things about myself. I learned some things about the world today, and I had some fun, and I laughed, and I had some great experiences. And that is what I want each day of my life to be, you know. It does not have to be fireworks. It doesn't have to be 5-star hotels and trips across the world. That's nice. That's real nice when that stuff happens, you know. But it doesn't have to be like that every day. But just because it's not, doesn't mean that the end of each day, like I started at the beginning of this, isn't just like this absolutely fantastic, fabulous day, you know, that I can look back on and be like, today was a really, really good day. You know, today was a 5-star day. So anyway, I wish that for all of you out there. I really do. You know, I get a lot of messages from people and they say, I've really been struggling lately. I've really been having a hard time. And people will say, thank you for your videos. They really helped me get through that. If I could give you any advice based on my own personal experience, what I would say is, this too shall pass. It won't last forever, even if it's been going on for a long time, okay? It won't last forever. It will pass. And, you know, I don't know. Try to focus on the positive, even if it's the small things that can give you hope. You know, even if it's, I don't know, chocolate pudding, you know. And I don't know, you know, try to find inspiration in some strange places. I often find inspiration for happiness in places I would never expect it, you know? And sometimes I also, like, going back to what I said, you know, gratitude is the tool that works the most for me. To look at my life in comparison, not to compare myself to somebody that has it better than me, but to sometimes compare it to people that have it much, much worse. Makes me realize how blessed I truly am. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.